As a youth and a farmer who comes from an indigenous community such as the Bafut community, I would like to introduce one of our products commonly being farmed in the Bafut community, known as a tree tomato. A tree tomato serves the purpose of seasoning in the community. Tree tomato serves as seasoning in food, soup, and many others. Not only at that level, also we use tree tomato as a fruit. We do this. It tastes very sweet. After this, we are done. We throw it. It has seed. Before this tree tomato is used as a seasoning, the process goes like this. We have two. Before using it as a seasoning, we have two methods on how we can use it as a seasoning. We have the dry powder method, whereby we use an oven. We harvest from the farm, we wash thoroughly, we spread it and expose it for a couple of minutes once it's dry. We use an oven to heat it. After heating it, it is dry. The moment that it is dry, we take out of the oven, then we sun dry. We expose it directly under the sun. After sun drying, we can take it into any grinding mill, or if you have your own personal grinding mill or a powder blender where you can blend it into powder, you blend it and it is being transformed into powder form, where now we use it as a seasoning. It serves the purpose of seasoning, and this system is very safe. Why? It doesn't have any additional artificial things that can complicate it. Like in the generation of today, we have people who suffer from numerous diseases and sicknesses that at times the seasonings that they use in preparing their food, it's one of the aspects that has contributed to poor health of today. Like in the Bafut community, someone who is a diabetes patient or who have heart attack or high blood patient, hypertension, and many other illnesses, they are free to use this type of seasoning because it is a natural seasoning without any preservatives. We know that artificial preservatives at times added onto seasoning is that which causes some of these illnesses. So once it is being powdered, you can get your container, your plastic, whatsoever you want to use in storing it, you pour it there. In the process of preparing your food, just the way you use your seasoning, that after preparing your food, there is a time where you need to add your seasoning. You assess this seasoning, you drop it into the portion of your food, it is good to go. In addition to that, we also use it as a fresh seasoning. How do we use it? We wash it thoroughly, we put a pot on the fire with water to boil for 5 minutes. Once it's boiling, after watching this now, we add our tree tomato inside the pot. We cover the pot for about 10 to 15 minutes. After 10 to 15 minutes, we open the pot. From there, it will no longer be a hard seasoning like this. From then, it is soft. While it is soft, we take off the external part. We peel it off. After peeling it off, we have our local grinding stones like this, where we can use now to do what? We position the seasoning on the stone, and we use other support system to crush it. We liquidize it with this process, whereby once it's thoroughly liquidized, we take out the portion out of the stone now, and then from then We can add it into our soup to make up the taste. We add it into our jollof rice, achu soup, ndole, yams, ekwang, ero, whatsoever we want to use it for. It is a universal seasoning. It's all left on individuals to make their choices on what to use. Just introducing it into the world so that others also who have been suffering from illnesses that do not really permit artificial seasonings can also try to give a taste. And we are also encouraging the world to support us with machines and more ovens that we can always use to do what? To heat these seasonings up, to dry them before sun drying. Because if we have these systems or more ovens where we can heat them up and dry them up, we will also be able to process more quantity in powder form to export in other parts of the world, which will in turn to serve our community in an increase of income, and also will in turn to encourage the world of today. We know that the world of today is an indigenous and modern world, whereas we have Western world seasonings in Africa. It is also good for us Africans to also export our own indigenous seasonings. This is what I came to share with you. Thank you for watching.